Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today, friends, it is time for another journal with me, a video, and we will be working on about 6 pages, I think, in my Hobonichi. So I am very happy to have worked in this thing for this video because I have not picked up my Hobonichi since the last journal with me video over here. So I've gotten in kind of a bad system here, I don't know what to call it, where I continuously do not even think about my Hobonichi during the week until I have to do my journal with me video. And then I will need to catch up on the past 6 or 7 days. And that just ends up being a lot to do at one time. So what I did do for a long time, months ago and last year, I would work on maybe half of the week on my own, off camera, maybe from the bed even. I have all of my Hobonichi supplies in a caboodle, so it's portable. So I would work on it as I could, and then I would have maybe half of these pages, maybe only 4 pages to work on to complete my week at the end of each week and could then make a video. But I've just kind of gotten in the bad habit, that's the word, habit, gotten in the bad habit of just not really thinking about my Hobonichi until these journal with me videos. So I am so happy that I'm documenting over here though, because it really does hold me accountable, and at least I put a huge dent in all the pages that I need to do. So I think I'm only maybe 3 pages behind now, so not too bad. So I did struggle a little bit with all of these spreads though, if I'm being honest, and I really think that there was 2 reasons for that. First of all, like I said, I haven't picked up my Hobonichi in a week, so I think I just felt a little rusty. I also hadn't been in the craft room for around, maybe 3 days or so, hadn't really worked on anything in the last few days. So I just felt like that alone takes a minute to get back into the groove. At least for me, sometimes my first project back is just kind of a little bit tricky for me. And then also, I think it was because I had a really low key, I won't use the word boring, but I will just say a very at home, regular week. There wasn't a ton of things to document. So besides on the 11th, you can see I was out and about on the 11th, but the rest of the week really was just at home pretty much. So what I try to do, as I've mentioned before I ever print off my photos, before I ever turn the camera on or anything, I always take a little sticky note and I just jot down really quickly all of the days that I'm going to be working on. And then I try to write something beside it, brainstorm something that I can talk about. And that just helps me whenever I'm kind of maybe binge watching something. Right now it's Desperate Housewives, and trying to do my Hobonichi at the same time. It kind of keeps me on track, lets me know what it is that I'm documenting on which day and all that kind of good stuff. And so while I was doing that, I went back in my phone, in my photos and all of that, and I was trying to just look okay, what is it that I have been working on throughout this week? Is there anything that I could pull out of each one of these days? So as we go, you will notice I have kind of one topic for each of the days that I'm talking about, or for the majority of them. And I think possibly that's a reason why I ended up struggling. I do end up enjoying all of my pages once I'm done, but it just took me a little bit to get there, and I was really questioning a lot of my decisions. Even right here, these scratch and sniff stickers, I was instantly questioning that, and I think just because it's really, really busy, but I end up liking it in the end, so it's totally fine. But here on the 12th, I really, truly did not have much to document. But recently, me and my friend Christine have been collecting all of the Everything Smells scratch and sniff stickers, which are so fun. And we traded off the ones that she had, the ones that I had. We traded with each other, and then we went in on an order and purchased some other ones because Everything Smells, which is a super fun scratch and sniff website, they have come out with collector's sheets. So whenever you purchase something from Everything Smells, you can get a collector's piece of paper sent to you. And well, there's 5 of them now, and they have all of the scratch and sniff stickers that Everything Smells has designed. There's like a little outline on there, and you can place a sticker on top of it to show that you've collected all of the stickers. So with us being big sticker nerds, this is right up our alley. So we knew that we had to fill up these sheets, and it's been really fun. So because of that, I had all of these scratch and sniff stickers around, and I've been messing with them throughout the week, filling in my sticker sheets, using them on Happy Mail, all kinds of stuff. So I thought, why not? I'll pop some scratch and sniff stickers down and kind of talk about the little experience that I just told you guys about. So on the 12th, that's a good example of a day where nothing really happened, and I totally could have just kind of talked about the day, mentioned the few things that me and Will did during that day. It was a Monday, so he was off. So I could mention a few things, but instead I chose to pick out one topic, the stickers, and talk just about those. So what I've done many times whenever I want to place something down, especially a cluster of stickers or something like that, you'll notice that before I put them down, I drew a color blob that almost filled up half of that spread there, the blue kind of color blob. And then I placed all my scratch and sniff stickers down on top of it. And for me, then adding my title, which I did with the little wooden stamps, and then adding my journaling, it just gives you a divider so that things are not as chaotic to me as they could be if I just placed a bunch of random stickers around on the page. So it's just kind of my way of trying to make things a little bit organized on that spread. It makes me like it a little bit more, but I will say it is a lot even for me to look at. But I think it started to grow on me as I was working on these pages, but it was totally something I was questioning at this point. Now back to the 11th, this day was easy to do. You'll see I have a picture there of me, Will, and his parents. We went to a baseball game with them. I know I'm already passing it by, but I'll quickly tell you. We went to a Memphis Redbirds game. It was so fun. It was for Mother's Day. We had a great time. And I did check the gift shop to see if they had any stickers or anything, and they did not. So I did the next best thing. I just went onto Google. I looked up the Redbirds logo and printed it off myself on sticker paper, made my own sticker, popped it there at the bottom, and was able to just fill in all of my journaling about our day. So that one was super easy. Now we're moving on to Tuesday. And again, regular day at home. So I was like, what am I going to talk about? So just like I mentioned before, I am very, very deep into a Desperate Housewives rewatch. I'm on season 8 now, which is the last season. So, I mean, this show has consumed my April and my May completely. Reading, who is she? I don't know, because all I've done is watch Desperate Housewives. So I found this meme on Instagram, and it says, burying my social life after watching 8 seasons in 2 weeks. Now, I didn't watch it in 2 weeks, more like 2 months, but these are old school long seasons. This show was from the mid, the mid 2000s, 2004 or something to maybe 2011. So these are long seasons. These are 20 something episode seasons. So it takes a long time to get through them. And it has really been a huge part of my whole existence throughout these 2 months. So I added that meme on there. I did a little border around the photo, and then I added the word favorite at the top. Instantly, I was like, do I like this? Why did I write that? I was questioning that. I end up liking it more as we go. I also placed this photo, since it was a little bit bigger, into the middle of the spread, and that's something I don't always do. So that was, a little bit different, kind of throwing me off. I also put one of those paperclip stickers to the bottom, you can see. And then I already had a 5-star stamped rating just already in my little caboodle from a past time where I stamped it. So I thought, why not? I'll just pop that on because it's 5 stars to me. And then I'm adding on my journaling. So once again, this is just an example of where I could have written about my day, literally just the to-do list of the day, the ins and outs of the day, whatever. But instead, I decided to kind of write about Desperate Housewives and just talk about how much I've loved the show. Although I hate Susan. Sorry, hate's a strong word, but man, I really don't like her. Terry Hatcher's character. Hard to watch. Let me know if you are a Desperate Housewives fan. I would love to know. This is actually my third time to watch it, but it has been, I think the last time was like 2016, so it's been a long time. So now I've skipped over the 14th, and that's because that was a day where I actually did get out of the house with my mom. And so I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to put on that page. But I knew for the 15th, I was going to talk about my newest obsession, which are Loungefly bags. So I just purchased a brand new Loungefly this week. So I saved the tag from it. Yes, it's a Lisa Frank Loungefly. It's my second Lisa Frank Loungefly, and it is so cute. So if you don't know about Loungefly bags, they're just, it's a brand that does collabs with all kinds of pop culture things like Disney, Lisa Frank, The Muppets, Sanrio, like anything that you can think of. And they create these purses, a lot of backpack purses, wallets, coin purses, all kinds, crossbody bags, all kinds of cute stuff. And they're just very detailed, very adorable. And I have 3 of them. And so this week I purchased my third one, and it was very exciting. And I've been like talking to a lot of my friends about them all week. So it's been like a huge topic of conversation for sure. So what I did was I saved the tag. As you can see, I placed that at the bottom, and I used one of those super large paperclip stickers, which works so nicely when you have something big like this. I just feel like it really gives me that crafty, fun Hobonichi look that I'm going for, with like it looking like that paperclip is really holding something in my book. I just love that. Then instead of taking a picture of my own purse, I just went the lazy route, and I just went on Amazon and screenshotted the purse. It was already on a white background, so it worked out nicely, and just printed it off, but that's my bag at the top. And then I decided to just make my title Obsession, and I did some little stars. I'm using the really light pink because I had used the hot pink on the previous page, and I wanted to use pink again. But as we go, I'm like, this was really bugging me. I hated the way this word looked, my title. I just despised it. And this is where I was really questioning all the stuff I was doing today. I hadn't really loved any of my pages yet. And I was like, okay, should I put this entire thing up and just try again tomorrow? I didn't know what I should do, but I continued. And what I end up doing as we go is I'm going to take that hot pink mild liner marker, and I'm going to go over the word obsession, and it helps so much to me. So don't give up if you are frustrated with something in your journal. A lot of times you can change it. A lot of times you can figure out a way to tweak it. I've done that so many times. Even if I have to tear out a little piece of Hobonichi paper from the back of my hobo that I'm not going to use and paste it on top of my mistake, I'll figure out a way to make the page work for me. So with just changing the color of the title, I really think it helps a lot. So I've added on my journaling. Here's where I'm going to change it. Let me know if you think that it really transformed it. I think that it truly helped a lot. It brought out the hot pink from the Lisa Frank logo. You can read it better. I just think it looks nicer, neater. So I really liked it. So then I just needed a little bit more journaling to put there at the bottom. So I'm going to fill in the rest. I added a couple bando stickers, and I think I will add a couple more stars. So a lot of times I'll do that. I'll add my doodles at the beginning, like with my title. I'll add in my journaling. And then once I have everything into place like this, I'll figure out like, okay, maybe it needs a little something else here or a little something else there. So I'll probably go back and add those stars as we go. But now I've flipped back over to the 14th, and I have this picture of Starbucks drinks with me and my mom. So with full transparency, that picture was not from Wednesday. It was from today, Sunday, when I'm recording this. But me and my mom go to Starbucks a lot. We go get coffee a lot. So it truly doesn't really matter which day. And I really needed another photo to go here on Wednesday. Now, Sunday, I may struggle with knowing what to put on Sunday, but that will be another day problem. I loved the way that that photo looked, and I wanted to add it onto my Wednesday spread. So as I'm kind of thinking, figuring out what I want to do, I'm kind of just flip-flopping back and forth. I'm adding in little pieces of one of my favorite washies that I have. I'm not sure where this came from, but it's like a watercolor washi. So it's an ombre as well. So part of it is like it's a light, but a medium, I guess, purple, and then it fades into a very, very light pink. And I love just adding pieces of those washi all over the place. So I did that. You'll see that I added in those stars that I was talking about, adding in a little more washi to the top of this spread. And then I decided to just go with a easy title, Mom, because I had a day out with my mom. So I did this, and then I decided to do kind of a fun arrow. I'm a huge arrow person. I really like to do arrows. And honestly, it's crazy, but once I started to add things onto the 14th, I started to like the previous page, the 13th, with the Desperate Housewife meme on it. I started to like that page a lot more. So sometimes if I'm struggling with one page and I kind of start putting things on the opposite spread, I feel like they start to complement each other, and I really start to like my spreads more. So it's kind of like, don't count them out. Once they're filled up, they're colorful, they're fun, they're filled with stickers and photos. I really think that it all ends up coming together. So for this one, I decided to do kind of like a numbered system. So I did 3 numbers, and I did a yellow circle there to highlight the number. And I just talked about taking my mom to a doctor's appointment and how we always make everything fun. We went to get our drinks, and we ran by Target to just grab a couple things while we were out and about, and how it's a fun test run for my mom who is retiring at the end of the month, and how I'm excited for days like random Wednesdays and stuff when we can go out and about and we don't have to wait until the weekend all the time. Then my third story here for this spread is about the new summer berry refreshers from Starbucks. So I tried one of those. I thought it was really good. I love all the refreshers. They're always yummy. So I decided to just break things up, since I had a handwritten title on the 13th, a handwritten title on the 14th. I thought maybe a way for me to enjoy this spread more was to add a little bit of stamping. I found that that's one thing that can help me enjoy a spread a lot, is if I have like the kind of bigger written title, but that's like thicker with the marker that I've outlined, mixed with my handwriting, mixed with the stamping, like the different text just always makes me really like a spread more. So this really started to come together for me. So I added 2 more arrows because I thought, why not? And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the drink. I'll add in a few final touches, and then we will be done with this page as well. And we'll just have one more to finish in this video. So really happy that I kind of stuck with it today. I definitely had one of those days. We all have those days where we're just not feeling as creative and things aren't really working out for us. But I'm glad that I stuck with it and ended up just like trudging on, because I really did end up enjoying the way that they looked. And it's just a good lesson in not being too hard on yourself and just trying to have fun with the process. I think all of us can be so critical on ourselves at times, and it's really just the fun of documenting, of being creative, all that kind of good stuff. So for the 16th, my last spread here, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Marco Polo app. I've been having a fun time talking to a few of my friends on there lately. So I did a mix of, again, the stamped title. So I'm trying to be really light when I stamp these down, sometimes a little too light, but I'm using this dark purple Catherine Pooler ink pad, and it's almost a little too juicy to where like it will go through too much, like it'll ghost on the opposite side a little too much. So I was trying to be really, really lightly handed with that, but I was trying to do 2 different colors of purple there and mix those together. So I have some of a stamp title with a little bit of a handwritten title as well, and some of my little hearts that I'm doodling on. I also used one of those really cute frog pieces from a washi tape that I have, which I love. The little frog is a cupcake. And then down at the bottom, I pulled out this just cute girl looking through like a Viewmaster type of thing. And that was just out of the washi sticker book. So a lot of times those sticker books come in handy on days where I just do not have any photos to speak of. It helps to take up space, to add color, to add a little interest. And like I said before, it's kind of like collage art where you're cutting out of magazines, but I honestly really like the way that the washi looks, the washi stickers look, and it adds like zero bulk to the album, which I like as well. So I'm adding on a little bit of journaling, and then I did a subtitle here to just talk about something else that was going on that day. So I'm still loving the little color blob subtitles. They're just really fun. Another great way to bring in some additional color pops into your spreads. And then I think I do add maybe a couple stickers at the end. I'm definitely wanting to invest in a couple more of these Bando sticker books. They have so many of them. The stickers are by different illustrators and designers, and they are so good, worth the money. I've gotten so much use out of the 3 books that I have. So now I'm going to give you an up-close view of all the pages that we worked on today. I hope that you enjoyed this process video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you super soon with another video. Bye, y'all.